It's Halloween. I haven't really bothered too much this Halloween. I haven't put too much effort in, but I'm going to do my pumpkin. I always do my pumpkin. I'm upside down because it's Halloween. Well, sideways. So I thought you might like to see me do my pumpkin. You might be bored to death, of course, but let's give it a go. There's my Halloween bowl. That's my Halloween cat, who he's not. Cats aren't just for Halloween. They're not just for Halloween. So it's my Halloween cat, who's for all year round. And pumpkin. I've written video on it to remind me to video this. And let's give it a go. So, got a knife and a spoon, and my pumpkin. You can't really see the pumpkin that well because Raffy the cat, the cats aren't just for Halloween, they're for life cat. He's just sitting in the way. So first of all, I'm going to take off the labels and the sticky things. Halloween brings out the child in me. Not that it ever really goes away. So first of all, I'm going to cut the top off. You can't see anything because the cat. I'm going to move, and not just for Halloween cat. There you go, Raffy. Right. I need to wash my hands now before I start doing the food because I stroked the cat. Back in there. Okay, let's go. It's coming back again. Cat. I'm generally, the cat's back. He wants to be on camera, obviously. I'll tell you what, I'll move the bowl of fruit and then I'll move the cat just to there. Back. Right, okay. I'm usually not allowed a knife without supervision to cut things because it's not my my implement of easiest use, like a teaspoon. Teaspoon's good. Okay, I'm nearly there now with the top. Oh, there we go. Is making me hot. There you go, the start of the pumpkin. The start of the Halloween pumpkin, and the pumpkin soup, and the pumpkin seeds. Seeds go in there because I toast them. This is just letting people into a secret that I try and keep secret. I tell people I can't cook, and if you've seen my other cooking and kitchen videos, you'll know that's very true. And yet here I am, dissecting a pumpkin and getting pumpkin seeds ready to toast or roast or something. I'll do something as if I know what I'm doing. I get distracted by shiny things too easily to concentrate. It fell on the floor. It took me unawares. Okay, There you go. There you go. I get a bit frightened. It's the exciting thing of Halloween and pumpkins, because as well as liking and enjoying it and being excited, I get a bit frightened when I'm around knives and cookery and kitchen implements, like big spoons. Teaspoons are right, but it's a big spoon. I've got a big spoon. And food that needs doing things with it freaks me out a little bit. And Halloween's all about being freaked out and scared, so that probably fits with that. These are all, I'm getting all the seeds out now. It's hot. There was a feature on the news saying that more and more people, I don't know if it's anything to do with lockdown or not, probably. Not everything's about lockdown, is it? Not everything's about you, lockdown. Not everything. But more and more people are taking their driving tests, the practical, before they're ready, because they've done the theory, and the theory's going to be running out soon. So they take the test and they fail them. And I put a post up saying that I also took my driving test before I was ready, really, twice. I took 2 driving tests. I had millions of lessons, millions. Almost became a part of the family with my driving instructor, because I had many, many lessons. To be honest, I didn't really see any difference from day 1 of my first lesson right up until my driving test. I didn't think I'd really made much progress. I didn't understand roundabouts. Still don't understand roundabouts. I used to get very scared coming up to a roundabout because I don't understand. It's probably because I'm no good at maths, and I failed my maths GCSE. GCSE. Twice. And I got A's in lots of other things, but I failed my maths appallingly. And I think that's why I don't understand roundabouts. There's just too much maths going on there. And I'd be coming up to a roundabout on my lessons and I'd be scared. I'd be getting anxious because I didn't know where to go. And well, basically, I think he got a bit fed up with me, my instructor. He could see I was going nowhere. So he just said, put her in for a test. And it'll give the message to her, really. So I took a test and I failed. And I had more lessons and I failed again. Failed twice. But basically, I didn't fail because I wasn't ready. I failed because I couldn't drive. I couldn't drive after all those lessons. It just was a bit beyond me, and it was roundabouts. I blame roundabouts. On my test, my first test, I was going up to the roundabout, and I didn't know what was going on. I'd never understood what was going on, and I think I was in the wrong lane. My examiner took the wheel. I think that means I failed, doesn't it? I had failed anyway. I failed. I think that was one of the many points I failed on, because I barely got onto the roundabout, and once I was on it, couldn't get off. Didn't know how to get off. But luckily the examiner was there to help me, so that was okay. And then it was a little while later, I took my test again, quite a while later, and I thought, that one examiner, maybe she just was being a bit tough on me that day, but I'll have a different examiner, so no history there. They won't know about my driving beforehand, unless they talk about it in the pub or something, I don't know. But it was the same examiner that I'd had the first time round. So I was in the car. I'd been in the car about 5 minutes, and coming towards me on a narrow road was a fire engine with all the sirens going. So it's all right, I didn't crash or anything. I can't remember what I did now. I'd never come across that on my lessons. And I think I knew I was supposed to pull over, I don't know. But luckily for me, this kind examiner did a similar before. She saved me again. She took the wheel. And I almost couldn't be bothered to go on with the lesson then because I knew I'd failed, the exam then because I knew I'd failed. I knew I'd really failed badly. So I was very but I'm not one to just give up. I've never walked away from or walked out on anything in my life, not ever, no matter how difficult or challenging or unpleasant or scary. I've always seen it through. I always see everything through, more for me. But so I saw it through, but I kind of just lost heart then, which probably isn't a great thing on a driving test. I was just a bit, I don't do things half-heartedly, but I do remember, this was many years ago, I do remember doing this test, the rest of the test, in a sort of rather half-hearted, resigned way of knowing I'd failed, and sure enough I had. And then that was it then. I always intended going back and having some more and, you know, becoming one of the driving community. There we go. I've done that bit now. Got bored. Pumpkin's shiny. I'm distracted by shiny things. I'm going to wash my hands. Mark out the eyes and the nose and everything. Start on my pumpkin. I'll be back. I'm back. The cat's back. Move, Raffy. Move, move, move. Oh, Raffy, move. I'll have to move. I haven't got the heart to move. He just wants to be on camera. Right, so I'm going to draw on the eyes. I just mark them out a bit, usually. A little bit. And then I never follow. I mark them out, but then when I start, I get a bit carried away. So I never actually really follow the markings. So I'm not too sure why I bother, really. It's just, I don't know, it's tradition, isn't it? Tradition, convention. None of which, no, that's not true. None of which I'm really partial to, I was going to say, but obviously I do like tradition. Convention, maybe not so much. Right, the mouth is always the hard bit that I find, because I draw it and then I cut it wrong, but it doesn't matter. Or and cut it out. I don't know if this is the right knife. I'm going to have some tea. We'll see. We'll see if it's the right knife. There you go. Oh, one pumpkin eye. There, one pumpkin eye. Good heart. Probably oh, there we go. There's the nose. Look. Now for his mouth. I'm saying his. I don't know if it's a he or a she, or do pumpkins have genders? I don't know. Where I get confused about which bit I should cut and which bit I should leave. So I mark all the teeth out really well and then I cut them out. It's horse heads joined us. Oh, it's a double bill. It's a double bill. It's a double bill. Is that record? Yeah, it is. For Halloween, the horse head murders meets pumpkin head. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop this for a minute, concentrate on this, and then come back like they used to do in Blue Peter. Here's what I prepared earlier. We've got to keep positive. We've got to all keep together, keep in contact, keep looking after each other. I'm going to look after my lovely pumpkin head. I'm going to make pumpkin stew and soup. I said to Nadine, my friend, my best friend, I said, I'll be making pumpkin soup over the weekend, so I shall bring some for you. I shall bring you some when it's done. And he said, you're all right. I'm going to make some pumpkin soup now because it's Halloween. And later I'll light a candle, in a little tea light in my pumpkin lid. I'll sit and enjoy Halloween. I love Halloween. It's a great time. Got my Halloween cat. Cats are not just for Halloween. Cats are for life. Pumpkins are for pumpkin life. Happy Samhain, happy Halloween, happy All Saints' Eve, happy All Hallows' Eve.